Oh boy, do I have a special game for you today. Now this is my Object 140 and this video is going to be different. Very different from what you're used to seeing on this channel, and here's why. It's actually, well, not completely about my gameplay. And also, it's gonna be long. But I assure you, it's worth to watch it whole until the end. You can skip to the end, but the point is you should, if you want the whole video experience, the whole replay experience, you should watch it whole until the end. Now, why do I say this? Is it just my scheme to rip you off of your time or something? No. The end is epic, and I hope you watch it. Just take 15 minutes out of your busy days and watch it until the end. Now, let's focus on the gameplay. I just went into a standard position for a medium tank on this map. I'm top tier, which is cool. I'm trying to do this thing for ages, but Object 140 is just cursed for me. I'm gonna have a decent game here, but I make a few mistakes during and at the end of my game. But actually the replay is I'm gonna show this my game first, just because it gives you context, you know. But the replay is really about what happens towards the end. Now, as you can see here, I'm just farming damage, trying to get a shot in here or there or here or there. And as you're gonna see later, I'm gonna become too impatient, as I did here. Got cut out by a lightweight, and of course he ammo-racks me because I'm in a Leopard, I mean the 140. And I bounce at the side of the turret of the enemy 140, and then I just poke again for some reason, and I get really lucky not to get ammo-racked again. I don't know what I was thinking here, but yeah, I mean, I make mistakes. I'm not that good of a player. I hit all kinds of shots this game, like this one. I managed to like circumnavigate the invisible walls on rocks that Wargaming puts in the game for some reason. So yeah, that shot hit, and this shot, like, just 140 things, you know, it's Russian. I mean, if I was in any other nation of a tank, I don't think this would be possible, like even remotely. I would probably have a game of my lifetime. Like, imagine doing this in a Leopard, just like, no. It never happens in a Leopard. So, well, I mean, the commentary on the replay itself, on just like a normal game in a 140, like this, is kind of, I don't know, I couldn't be a sports commentator, for example. It's like, you can see what's happening in the game, you know? Why would I be talking about what's happening in the game if you can just see it easily? And but I'm gonna do it anyway, because I guess that's the standard, or that's just like the how you're supposed to do it, I guess. I mean, I'm not a trailblazer, so I'm just gonna do it that way. So, as you can see, I lost half of my HP already, because there's campers in the bushes, as there always is. But I was pretty lucky to bounce those campers in the bushes. I mean, lucky. I am in a Russian tank, after all, so I'm gonna bounce quite a bit of damage for a medium tank this game, but I keep pushing it. See, bounce, 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 because Russian tank. I mean, again, imagine doing this in a Leopard, and then I forgot about the Conway, and I get punished for it hard. And every time they shoot me, it's 500 damage. Even though the Conway has the small gun, he high rolls, and yeah. But, well, these mistakes will actually cost me at the end of the game, like cost me really badly, and this replay would actually be much less interesting if I would just like stomp over them, not lose all these hit points. And I mean, I would probably get like 7k damage and win, but would not really be like YouTube worthy, you know. But luckily I did those mistakes. I probably didn't learn from them because I'm stupid that way sometimes. I don't know, you know. Sometimes I just feel I never learn. But I digress. So this is the push that actually kills me in the end. Here I'm thinking I'm going with the Conqueror and the E75 is behind us, so we're Gucci. Like if the TDs just peek in front of us, I'm gonna spot them, and the Conqueror and the E75 are gonna shoot them. And where's my mistake? My mistake is trust in your teammates. Never trust in your teammates. And as you're gonna see, my teammates make stupid mistakes, and I see the E75 goes another way because reasons, I don't know why. And this Conqueror just is tired of living, and he just dies to the artillery. I don't know what he was thinking, but whatever. And sooner or later, look at the shot. Object 140. Like, again, imagine hitting this in a Leopard. And I keep bouncing shots, but this thing doesn't, it's not destructible, because for some reason some things are and some things aren't. But I managed to get away. But yeah, it's not gonna last long. I mean, I could have hit this TD, but there was a dead tank in a way or something, and I just didn't take the shot. And he of course just spreads heat wherever he goes in his overpowered Russian TD, new premium TD, which is like the Scorpion except with more alpha and better accuracy on the move, I guess. And I die. One other thing, if you've noticed, our chat from the beginning, if you didn't notice it, please go back and watch the chat from the beginning, because one of our teammates in the VKP, I think, says all tomato team noobs, you know, and the irony here is that he's probably the statistically worst player on the team here, except for one guy. But that one guy is gonna end up carrying us. And spoiler alert, that one guy that's gonna carry us has 77,000 games played and 46% win ratio. I don't think his WN8 is, it's not 400, it's less than 400. And he's gonna end up with that huge game with an epic ending. So, why did I tell you to stick around? I told you to stick around to get the context of this game, because this is our guy. This is our guy. You saw his reflexes like 3 or 4 seconds late. I mean, he must be 90 or 3 or without hands or but. And I can't even say that he knows what he's doing, but I don't know, man. Sometimes these games just happen. Like, what the actual hell? How much luck can one guy have in one game? This was unbelievable. And I said well played to him in the end, even though it was a hard break or it wasn't a hard break. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I kind of spoiled it. I said we're gonna get carried, but it's not the fact that we won at the end. It's the fact that, well, he carried us in his own way. Now he's playing the STRV like the STRV should be played, I guess, camping bushes, you know. And he's taking it very literally. Just sit in the bush, wait. And he's still waiting. Even though obviously we're getting capped, okay. You can make the argument we have time, but he's still waiting. Like, he's just waiting. And they're obviously capping, and he has full HP, and he's waiting. Like, he's still waiting. What is he waiting for? I don't know. No one knows. I don't think even he knows. But he's still waiting there, just in the bushes, waiting. And he finally decides to move. And he remembers, oh, I have siege mode, so I have to disable siege mode and move. Okay. I see what you're doing there. And he's slowly trundling around up the hill, and he kills one capper. But another capper has most of the cap points. So he trundles forward slowly in the siege mode. Like, very patiently. Just goes forward. I don't know, man. Sometimes, I don't know. But But eventually, he's not going forward. Like, he's just there, you know? And the other Cheese Whiz kills the last capper. Now, here I was thinking, if we kill the Samoa, we win. You know? And he apparently has a shot on Samoa, but he somehow misses. And I was checking how he missed, and I still don't know how he missed. But he missed. So, yeah. Okay. The Artie almost kills the Udes. And again, he's sitting in a bush. Well, not exactly in a bush, but he's just sitting there. Like, waiting. Just waiting. And the Udes, if the Samoa was in that bush, the Udes would have proxied the Samoa, but this STRV player. And now I'm checking his stats, because, you know, I was wondering, like, how bad is it? And they're horrible, like 77,000 games played, and not even close to 50% win ratio. Just horrible. But he has a gun mark on his STRV, so I don't know, man. It's just, there's like 50% of the players that play the STRV at one point were worse than this guy. Or is it 65? No, 65% actually. Like, what? But, as you're gonna see, every dog has his day. So, he kills the Samoa, and now the obvious choice is to go on cap or hunt the Artie. And we tell him, please go cap in the chat. And what does he do? He turns around, goes back to the red line behind his base. There's like 3 minutes remaining in the game, by the way. He goes behind his base in the cap. There's only Artie left. Finds the bush. Finds the bush. Come on. And sits in the bush and waits. Like, why would you do that when there's 3 minutes left and you're full HP and you're only up against Artie? What is the reasoning there? You know what? And I ping, like, and of course he knocks down the tree because he wants to make it easier for the Artie. And I ping that fucking cap circle like fucking crazy, and he finally wakes up and starts moving. Okay, so there's only 2 minutes left, well 2:20, but he's not gonna get there in time to the cap circle. Let me tell you, like up front, he's not gonna be in time. So I try to encourage him in the chat. I don't think he even has chat on, because he didn't start moving up until I started pinging the map like crazy. Or maybe he's the only German guy that doesn't understand English. I don't know. He might be one of those I don't know, refugees that went into Germany and just doesn't speak English. I don't know. Touchy subject. I mean, I don't care, but it is touchy. I mean, he probably raped someone and now he's playing tanks. Okay, I'll stop. But he's trying to find the artillery. Although, if he was a refugee, when did he have time to play 77,000 games? You know, I don't know. Yeah, he's probably not. Okay. So since I dug myself into a politically incorrect hole, I'm just gonna focus on the game now. So he's searching for the Artie. There's 1 minute left, and if he kills the Artie, he gets the Top Gun. I get my victory and the material for a good video. And based on what we've seen from this guy before, or girl, I don't know, she might be a girl, who knows, you know, but probably too good of a driver to be a girl, you know, because he can drive in a straight line. Okay, whatever. He needs to kill the Artie, and there's how much is that? Like 20 seconds is left, and Artie is nowhere to be seen. Now, did the Artie move? I was thinking here, Artie moves, he hit somewhere, this is gonna be a draw. But no, There he is. Now, what do you think is gonna happen? This guy on full HP against the Artie with 12 seconds left. And this guy with his particular set of skills. Remember now, the Artie has too much HP for him to one-shot the Artie, unless he somehow bends with HE, but even then, I'm not sure. Probably he cannot one-shot the Artie. So, Artie can potentially maybe one-shot him if he sets him on fire. So many options here. And what do you think is gonna happen? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Told you it's gonna be epic. Thank God for Artie players. Okay. I did like 5k damage, was a very decent game, but this guy, man. This guy, 6 kills, 3000 damage, almost 1300 base XP, a tank sniper in an ST review, what a surprise, and the Top Gun. What am I doing with my life?